All right, application cybersecurity, password protection, authentication all day long, right? If we're using bad passwords, AI could tell us that. Well, we need it to tell us that all the time because we tend to use bad passwords, right? We also want to make sure that it's used for phishing detection. When they're using AI to create new phishes, well, let's use AI to find those and really look at how to prevent those from spreading or being as impactful as they could be. Vulnerability management all day long, finding a new vulnerability before the bad guys use it against us, right? Not 87 days too late, which is the average dwell time of an attack last year. Way too long. We need to get there. We need to get in there. And then using it for network security and also behavioral analytics. Network security, we need to understand where those packets are going, how they're behaving, and then we have to have the analytics around all of these methodologies so we can understand, are we getting it better? Are we doing better? Are we understanding new threats as they evolve? And are we applying our methodologies quick enough? Are we getting to a place where we can use it to help us? And then keep going, right? I often get the opportunity of seeing people who are doing it right and coming in and verifying they're doing a really good job with cybersecurity. But I always tell them, okay, you're doing great, don't stop, right? You've got to keep going. This is not a line in the sand. You haven't crossed it and all is safe now. You have to keep going. And that speaks to threat hunting as well, right? We have to continue to use this. And AI is a really good tool for finding AI, for finding bad things happening, for new methodologies as they crop up, for new anomalies, and looking at the behaviors of those anomalies is really what we do. And we need to make sure that we get the detection rates up to 95% or better, right? It's never going to be 100% because we're humans. We like to click on things. We like to plug things in. We like to buy new cameras. I mean, there's all these things in our world that really affect us, and we have to be aware. Companies can use AI to enhance the threat hunting process and use that more rapidly, more efficiently, and use that. And then when we talk about vulnerability management, we're really talking about attack surfaces and understanding what we need to do. And maybe it's simply the behavioral analytics around how we handle data and what is exposed and who has access, right? And this it very carefully and closely aligns with zero trust as we move forward with those. And maybe if we can't get to zero trust, it's a goal unattainable, well, we should still work towards it, you know, getting into low trust and then trying to build on that to get closer to zero so that eventually we can keep going, right? Because we can't stop because the bad guys aren't. This can help protect organizations even before the vulnerabilities are officially reported. That's the goal, right? To get there ahead of time. And really automated machine learning, using this quickly, then looking at the traffic and creating and identifying patterns and other methodologies of attack, and then scaling it across everything that we do, right? If we're connected to another PSAP or ECC, Public Safety Answering Point or Emergency Communication Center, that's a neighboring, et cetera, we want to make sure they're implementing good security too, right? Because we're now sharing data with them. We have great capabilities built into our methodologies that also have to be protected. So really understanding it and taking it to the next level. And scalability really allows us to handle all of that data, all of the things that we've added to it. And then we can keep evolving. We can't just leave a system unpatched anymore. That's not going to work. That's not the world we live in. Even if it's air gapped, which it never really is, we need to update it. We need to find the hardware. We need to find ways to spend it because the average attack cost is 1.5 million. Well, if you're not spending that much to prevent that from happening, we're going to end up there, right? So it's much cheaper to spend it ahead of time and defensively and training and the other things so we don't have to clean up the mess. And then planning for the mess anyway, because we're going to have to eventually. So we have to understand the benefits, really helping agencies and organizations react faster and more thoroughly, helping our third-party cybersecurity monitoring and other methodologies such as us that really have your back and come in with a new set of eyes or a different set of eyes or a different methodology to what we usually do. That not only helps us sleep better at night, but helps us really understand where we're going. And that hybrid is important. You can't just rely on AI to find AI and all the things of it. We have to rely on humans